And Imam al-Mundhiri rahimahullah says, some of the scholars say that the deeds of a human being indeed end with his death. However, since he had caused these things, the rewards continue to reach him as long as they continue to exist. Why? Because Allah says in His mercy that He will not neglect an atom's weight of deeds. And since these are still the effect of his deeds, Allah records these contributions for a person even after his death. When you're making dua, you are invoking Rabb al-Alameen, the Lord of all the worlds. So your dua isn't limited in impact to this world. It can change someone else's world in the barzakh. And how deep is that impact? Al-Abbas ibn Yaqub narrates that one of the righteous saw his father in a dream. And he said, "Oh my son, why have you stopped sending your gifts to us?" So he replied, "Oh my father, do the dead recognize the gifts of the living?" And he said, "Ya bunayya, lawla al-ahya, halakat al-amwat." Oh my son, if it were not for the living, the dead would perish. SubhanAllah, what a powerful sentence. Sufyan ibn Uyayna rahimahullah said, it used to be said that the dead are in more need of dua than the living are of food. And if that's the case, how often do you make dua for your parents or your loved ones? Once a day? Once a week? Once a year? Just like it may only seem like we increase our du'as in Ramadan, it may feel like that on the other side too. But what if your du'a could be a weapon for the people in their graves? What if it's a shield that's given to someone just when the punishment is about to reach them? Ahmed ibn Yahya rahimahullah says that one of my companions said to me, "My brother died. And then I saw him in a dream where I asked him, 'In what condition were you in the moment that we placed you in your grave?' And he said to me, 'Someone came to me carrying a torch, and had it not been for the dua of one of you, he was about to set me on fire.'" Amr ibn Jarir rahimahullah said, when one supplicates for his deceased brother, an angel comes to his grave with that dua and says, "Ya sahib al-qabr al-gharib, hadiyatun min akhin alayka shaqiq." O occupant of the grave, this is a gift from a brother who cares about you. In another narration from Ibn Abi Dunya, he says that one of the Salaf said, "I saw a brother of mine in a dream after his death. So I asked him, 'Does the dua of the living reach you?' And he said, 'By Allah, it shimmers like light.' And then we adorn our graves with it." So practically speaking, when someone who is alive intercedes for a dead person who is being punished, it's very possible that his punishment is halted, even if only for a short time. And when he intercedes for a righteous person already enjoying their grave, that person is just raised by even another degree. But picture this fully. Bashar ibn Ghalib rahimahullah said, "I saw the great worshipper Rabi'a al-Adawiyya radiyallahu anha in a dream." And he said, "And I used to always make dua for her. So I said to her in my dream, 'Are my du'as reaching you?' She said, 'Ya Bashar ibn Ghalib, your du'as come to us like gifts upon platters of light, and they're covered with silk napkins as they're then presented to us.' I asked, 'How is that?' She said, 'This is how the du'a of the living believers for the deceased works. And that gift is far more precious than anything you could have given someone while they were still here. What more beautiful, what more expensive, what more rewarding than a dua that decorates the grave and expands it?' And as you look forward to your most precious night in Ramadan to make all those special du'as for yourself, don't forget those precious souls that are hoping you'll remember them that night as well.